Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938, Matson celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus, Guam's leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime, investigators looking into the weekend homicide slowly getting answers into the deadly shooting of a 37-year-old Dededo man. The search for the killer now in day 5. Plus, a jury is picked in a Superior Court trial for a woman accused of plowing through a Tamuning restaurant with an off-duty cop as one of her passengers. A look from the courthouse. And an awful smell surfacing now more than a day ago at the Guam Homeland Security offices in Agana Heights. Investigators today giving the all clear but unable to trace the source of the foul smell.
Hafide, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado. So great to have you here with us. Who shot and killed the 37-year-old Dededo man outside of a home he had been renting? It's now day 5 in the search for Edward Bamba's murderer. KUAM has learned that detectives had brought in a person of interest who was believed to have been a potential witness, along with a second man who authorities thought was a possible suspect in the case. However, homicide investigators say both men gave alibis that checked out and cleared them of any involvement in the shooting. It was around 8 a.m. Saturday. Police responded to a home along Chalan Escuela. Authorities say Bamba was shot in the upper torso. The shooter, witnesses say, took off in a dark-colored sedan, and police say the killer remains on the run. A jury is being selected in a high-profile drunk driving case that involved a Guam police officer. The off-duty cop was a passenger. The driver accused after plowing through a Tamuning restaurant last year. Today, defendant Nikita Ugin having her day before a Superior Court judge. A first look putting a face to the defendant's name in connection to last year's car crash at Jerry Kitchen in Tamuning. 32-year-old Nikita T. Ugin appearing with her defense attorney David Lujan in Superior Court today. Ugin continuously turning away from the cameras and putting on a face mask before going back inside Judge Alberto Tolentino's courtroom. Inside, parties are selecting 6 jurors who will decide her fate. It was in February of 2021, about 21 months ago. Ugin was behind the wheel of a Jeep that went off the main road into Tamuning, crashing through the front glass windows, plowing past the dining area before coming to a stop at the restaurant's kitchen. One of her passengers was a GPD officer who was off duty at the time. 3 months passed before the Attorney General's office prosecuted Ugin. The case clouded with conspiracy theories, forcing the police department to investigate at least 2 of their own, including responding police officer Chris Champion. KUAM files show Champion only gave Ugin a speeding ticket at the scene and did not administer a field sobriety test. Investigators got surveillance video of the crash along with video of Ugin and her 3 passengers drinking at a local bar before the incident and receipts from the bar. The complaint states the Jeep crashed into Jerry Kitchen 10 to 15 minutes after they left the bar. Police never released the results of the internal investigation. Chief Prosecutor Basil O'Malley is arguing the case for the government. Uggin's trial is expected to begin with opening statements this week. A man is arrested following an attack on a woman and a teen in Jigo. 49-year-old Dominic DeSoto is charged with 2 counts of assault after allegedly punching the pair. Court documents state the woman was walking her granddaughter to a bus stop yesterday when a man identified as DeSoto started punching the girl in the face and head. The woman trying to block her granddaughter when DeSoto allegedly hit her in the hand. DeSoto was found nearby. He allegedly told police he attacked the girl because she was giving him mean looks. What was the foul smell that forced the entire Guam Homeland Security Office of Civil Defense to evacuate late Tuesday? Hazmat teams with Guam Fire Department and Guam National Guard civil support team spent hours today trying to find the source but had no luck. The odor reported around 4 p.m. yesterday. One person was even rushed to Guam Memorial Hospital after experiencing health issues from the bad smell. Officials this morning were fully covered up as they went inside the bunker-type building to test the air, results showing no signs of anything hazardous. Guam Fire spokesperson Nick Dededo.
Nothing with our tools and equipment. Nothing. We were not able to detect anything last night. Only off of what the employees had said, and we take that very seriously.
The all clear was given at 1 this afternoon. Employees will be allowed to return to work tomorrow. Officials adding operations, including at E911, were uninterrupted. Who is fit to lead? The Republican and independent gubernatorial teams trade jabs in dueling press conferences this week amid the Democrats' unity pledge with the Palacios Apateng team. Regional correspondent Tomas Manglotnia report.
Independents and Democrats solidified their coalition, signing a unity pledge agreeing on policy issues, including healthcare, the workforce, and infrastructure.
I will make sure that we follow the pledge 100%. This is for our people. We need to take our government back.
At the top of their agenda is opening up the Commonwealth's financial books. KUAM asked Lieutenant Governor Arnold Palacios why not do that now while he's still in office with direct access.
I wish that was true, Tomas, but I don't. I don't have access to the financial management system as it is today. The only access I have to the financial management system is to the account of the Lieutenant Governor.
That revelation a sign of the times as both parties make an aggressive push to win the runoff election on November 25th. Republican candidates held a press conference of their own late Tuesday where they discussed health and fitness to serve.
My concern, because I know the effort I put into, what is our community going to get for somebody that does not have the ability, the capability, or the willingness because of what has transpired in the last 2 years.
Palacios Apateng responded to attacks on their health and fitness.
Fit to lead. I have it here and I have it here.
He himself is hardly the picture of fitness. And I mean fitness in any sense of that word. Not just physical fitness, moral fitness, intellectual fitness. Ralph Torres is unfit to lead as governor.
Sablon staffers say they're not seeking jobs from Palacios Apateng if independents win, but rather have their focus on the vision and priorities. Tomas Manglotnia for KUAM News on Saipan.
In more regional politics, there will be a battle for the CNMI Senate presidency. KUAM News has confirmed that Senator Edith De Leon Guerrero will be seeking that seat, while Democrat Senator-elect Selena Babauta has also expressed her interest in the role. Independents and Democrats will make the new majority next year with a 5-member coalition out of the 9 Senate seats.
You are more senior in the Senate. Do you think that should play a role in the decision making?
Absolutely. There's always been, years back, there's always been what they call the gentleman's agreement. And obviously, this incoming legislature is Saipan's turn to become to take the Senate presidency. So there's that level of respect.
And for the first time in CNMI history, all 3 senators representing Saipan are women. Well, Republicans in Congress are voting on who they want to lead their caucuses in the House and Senate. Deborah Alfarone has more details from Capitol Hill.
Kevin McCarthy has survived the first challenge to his leadership, winning support among Republican colleagues to be Speaker of the House in the next session of Congress.
We have strong Republican leadership ready to hit the ground running, ready to go on January 3rd when we take back the House majority.
Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs, the former head of the right-wing Freedom Caucus, unsuccessfully challenged McCarthy. Though McCarthy won this nomination vote, he has a lot of work to do to unify Republicans before January's vote in the full House.
I think you'll see a critical mass say that we want to turn the page. We want new leadership, we want fresh faces and new ideas. And what I could tell you as I stand here right now is that Kevin McCarthy does not have 218 votes to become Speaker.
Senate Republicans will hold their leadership vote Wednesday, but some GOP senators want that vote delayed until after the Senate runoff election in Georgia.
I just don't understand why we would say to Herschel Walker, please, 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 please go win the Senate seat, but we're not interested in what you have to say. We don't even want you to have a voice in our elections. I just think that's wrong.
Some Republicans say they are not happy with Mitch McConnell's inability to lead them to victory in the midterm elections.
Our current leadership believes the way you win elections is that you don't stand for anything. You don't have an agenda. You don't have a plan. Instead, that the only thing you stand up and say is, well, I'm not a Democrat, so vote for me. You know what? Election Day showed we need to be more than just not a Democrat.
Florida Senator Rick Scott announced Tuesday afternoon he will challenge McConnell for the minority leader position. Deborah Alfarone reporting for KUAM News.
And just into KUAM late today, President Joe Biden is wheels up from his trip to Bali. He will be refueling in Guam tonight before heading back to D.C. Before we head into the break, take a look at this video sent into our newsroom today. A water line on Nimitz Hill burst, sending gallons of water up into the air and flowing down the street you see right there. Guam Waterworks Authority General Manager Miguel Berdalio telling KUAM it is a Navy line, adding they coordinated their response with the military's contractor. The Navy says it was fixed rather quickly. Well, stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotion, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Viva Amanda! Viva Amanda! Throughout this campaign, I've had the honor of experiencing the love and support of so many of you. Every hug, handshake, and kind word has pushed to make this campaign a reality. We've been through so much together, Guam. We've weathered the pandemic together at a trying campaign season. Hearing and seeing all the difficulties our island has faced invigorated me with the inspiration to move forward. Through every challenge, every high and low, it's been you, the people of Guam, who have shown strength, courage, and resilience that continue to inspire me. And it's with this inspiration and strength that I commit to further serve our island. Seduas Ma'asi, and thank you for entrusting me with the honor of one of your votes.
Paid for by the committee to elect Amanda Shelton. Johnny Cole Torres, Treasurer.
My name is Lisa Tahaji. I'm from the village of Yamatic. I lost my job during COVID. For 1 year, I was staying with a family member, but I knew I had to find a place to stay. I was desperately looking for a home. I found out about the Relief Center from the Governor Liu and Lieutenant Governor Josh's Facebook page. I wasn't sure if they could help, but I thought I'd take a chance. I walked into the center and the staff were so understanding and compassionate, they helped me. Within a week, through their assistance, I was called to sign a lease agreement. My kids and I now have a roof over our heads, and I'm grateful for the help of the administration and the Relief Center. For anyone who needs any government assistance, I encourage you to visit the Relief Center. They are there to help.
What you need to know from the Northern Marianas. Follow KUAM CNMI on Instagram for the latest regional headlines.
Welcome back. The season of giving is in full swing as the Salvation Army is seeking donations to make meals and give away some groceries for the less fortunate on island. Daniel Perez has the story.
Canned food, bottled water, baby formula, and juice. Those are just some of the items you can donate to the Salvation Army in preparation for the holidays. As they do every year, the Salvation Army hands out free meals to the needy for Thanksgiving, so no one has an empty stomach for the day. But they're also looking to give grocery items this year to families that may need it. Captain Hector Acosta of the Salvation Army.
We're gearing up for 400 plates that we're going to give away. And we would like to consider there's some families that we're going to serve who maybe need with groceries so that they can cook their own meal.
Other ways residents can help is by volunteering or giving monetary donations.
The most maybe helpful way, to participate is going to be through cash donations.
Yes.
And the reason is that gives us a lot of flexibility because we don't know what's coming, we don't know what types of donations are going to arrive, and so if we're missing stuffing, then we can just go buy stuffing or cranberry or whatever it is that it's going to make up the meal.
Captain Acosta says he's also prepared to host a Thanksgiving dinner to those that might need some companionship for the day.
We're going to invite some folks to have a meal. So I personally am prepared to do that. We're committing to do that. So we're just going to invite some people to our home and we're going to cook a meal. If it gets too big for our home, then maybe we move it to the church, that kind of thing. So it's very fluid and we're very open to how that might look. And we're also open to feedback from the community in terms of what needs they're experiencing.
If you have anything to donate from food items to cash, you can contact the Salvation Army at 671-477-9855 or 671-888-4807 to schedule a pickup or drop-off donation. You can also call these numbers should you have any feedback you wish to give. The KUAM Care Force, as part of its Giving Tuesday initiative, is also accepting non-perishable food items. We encourage you to drop off donations to our KUAM studio in Harmon. All donations will be given to the Salvation Army. Daniel Perez, KUAM News.
Konnichiwa, guess what is back just in time for the season? Get your yukatas and kimonos ready because after a 2-year hiatus, the Japanese Autumn Festival is back. The Autumn Festival will be at the Ipao Beach Park in Tumon this Saturday, starting from 4:30 in the afternoon to 9:30 at night. Kayaka Amaguchi is one of the organizers for this year's festival.
Our highlight is the giant tuna cutting show. It's a dynamic performance there, so please don't miss it.
Other activities planned for the festival include a Japanese drum performance by Dolphin Jump, a traditional Japanese dance performance, and an Aikido demonstration. To purchase your tickets to the festival, go to either the Japan Club of Guam office in the PA Marine Hotel and Condos or Tokyo Mart in Tamuning. It's $10 per booklet and payment can be made in cash. A free shuttle service to Ipao will also be provided every 15 minutes across Ocopeles and Tamuning starting at 3:30 p.m. with the last shuttles leaving Ipao at 10:30 at night. We hope to see you all there. Well, today is World COPD Day. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease is a lung disease most commonly caused by smoking. It causes over 3 million deaths a year worldwide and approximately 250 million people have COPD. Mitsuki Hirayama has more in tonight's Coordinating for a Cause.
It's the 4th leading cause of death in the world. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, otherwise known as COPD, is a form of irreversible damage to the lungs. GRMC Director of Lung and Infectious Disease Center, Dr. Michael Augustine, speaks to me this World COPD Day.
It's a common, it's preventable, and it's a treatable type of disease that we usually have it as a persistent respiratory systems that we usually meet people with chronic cough, sputum production or phlegm production, and even shortness of breath.
The disease can limit your ability to perform everyday tasks like climbing the stairs. And the factors contributing to COPD?
Smoking would be the primary reason on why people would have COPD. It accounts for almost 90% of that. But we also do not discount the fact that environmental exposure, occupational dust, fumes, and chemical exposure are also important factors in it. The body is also, or person, or your genetics is also, again, a factor on how people would actually get COPD in the future.
He adds, vaping may also be a risk factor, and although there is no cure for COPD, the disease is treatable. It's here at GRMC where Dr. Augustine shows me the pulmonary lab where patients can go to get diagnosed.
It is worth mentioning, just like I mentioned, that Guam actually has a lung center, that we are at par with tertiary hospitals in terms of our capacity to diagnose and to manage COPD.
He also shows me the new pulmonary rehabilitation clinic, which was established in the height of the pandemic. He says pulmonary rehab can also benefit COVID-19 patients.
The main goal here is not only to make sure that people don't just have relief of their symptoms, but to actually get them back to work or get them back to their baseline function.
You can check out foundation.chestnut.org for more information. Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view captured today of the Santa Rita Village area. Our cameraman Carlito Rosansky getting this look for us from Cross Island Road. The Guam National Weather Service predicting Thursday will be partly cloudy with isolated showers and a 20% chance of rain. So more tropical island weather for us.
Can't make that amount work right now.
Mom,
what is it?
Can I get new basketball shoes?
We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know. Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet.
The governor's child care programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
Howdy, folks. Nobody loves a Guam potluck more than I do. That's why I always bring my world-famous chicken, served any way you like it. Original recipe, extra crispy tenders, Kentucky Fried Wings, and more. All right. And nothing completes a meal like KFC's signature sides. Hot mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a flaky biscuit. The world's favorite chicken, right here on the island, and only at KFC Guam. Whoops! Well, it is finger-licking good.
Care's comprehensive medical provider network offers our members choice and access to quality facilities locally in Asia, Hawaii, and the continental United States. We provide our members several wellness programs and healthy options to improve their overall health status. Calvo Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you. Federal employees and annuitants, enroll today.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the way, news on the UOG Tritons men's basketball and baseball team. But first off, news on our U15 girls national basketball team as they prepare to hold down home court against some of the best in the Oceania region. Check it out. Guam's U15 girls national basketball team is preparing for the FIBA U15 Oceania Championship. The girls have been training since June. Leading the team will be Gia Peters. Guam will play the CNMI in their opener on November 22nd at 4:45 in the afternoon at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse.
These girls at this age group have a chance to represent Guam at the highest level and play against the top competition around the Oceania region. So it'll really give them a good idea of where we stand in this region in terms of basketball. The good thing is we do have a couple girls on the team this year that are fairly tall. We have about a 5'11" girl, Amara Del Carmen, and we just plan to use our speed, and we have pretty big forwards. So looking to just push the ball, run and gun.
The main focus has been getting in as many scrimmages as possible, working the girls with the shot clock and making sure the team is able to run their sets before the shot clock expires.
We've been working on our man-to-man defense, which is something that these girls are not always trained to do, but I've been emphasizing our man-to-man defense and really just pushing that pace up court. It's exciting being able to play here at home with everyone, being able to support their families, their friends, just reminding them to go out there and have fun, but at the same time, we're representing Guam to play with pride.
Keep it with basketball news. The University of Guam men's basketball team played their best game of the fall season and almost upset the MVP Stars at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse, but lost 85-78. JP Cruz led MVP with 23 points, while Jin Han added 15 for the Stars. Kristen Guzman led UOG with 18 points. Logan Hopkins added 16. MVP improves to 6-1 in the league, while the Tritons fell to 2-6. The Stars play the KFC Bombers tomorrow night at 6:30 at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse, while the Tritons play Micro Friends on Saturday at 1 in the afternoon. Keeping with news out of the University of Guam, the baseball team lost to the Pirates 7-5 in the Guam Amateur Baseball League, played at the Triple J Baseball Complex at Ukadu High School. Kyle Martinez and Andrew Perez led the Tritons at the plate, both finishing 1-3. The two hits were the only two of the game for the Tritons. The Pirates are now 6-2 in the Amateur League, while the Tritons fall to 4-3. UOG plays again on Saturday at noon against the Rangers. The Pirates are done with their regular season and now await their Amateur League playoff matchup.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
My name is Leonza Selvage, and I have a 4-year-old daughter who goes to lots of learning daycare. So with the rising cost of living, it helps tremendously with bills. I don't have to worry about paying for childcare services. Knowing that this program is offered to our people, most especially our children, I think something to definitely be grateful for. I learned about Programan Panilan from the mayor's offices here, and my initial reaction to the program, I was actually in disbelief that this program offered free childcare services to our people. I wanted to give my mom a break for a little bit, so when I found out about the program, I jumped right on it. I was relieved because childcare at no cost. I'm thankful for this program because I don't have to worry about an extra set of bills coming my way. I'm grateful to the governor, the lieutenant governor, everyone behind the scenes that made this happen.
Need help paying for childcare? Guam families can receive financial support through Programan Pinilan. Learn more and apply at guamchildcare.com.
I want my streaming. I want my TV. Ooh, streaming TV. Switch between live TV and your favorite streaming apps with DTV Plus from Docomo Pacific. Watch your shows in multiple devices all at the same time, all from your home Wi-Fi. No cable lines, no hassle, more savings for only $35 a month with your Link bundle. DTV Plus, your cable TV on Wi-Fi. Ooh, streaming TV.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
It is the season of giving, and the Micronesian Resource Center, One Stop Shop, and students from the Guam Community College are calling on the community to help with their Thanksgiving donation drive. From now until Friday, November 18th, they will be collecting non-perishable food, personal protective equipment, hygiene products, and unused clothing. These donated items will be packaged into reusable tote bags and distributed to individuals and families in need before Thanksgiving. Donations can be dropped off from 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon at the Micronesian Resource Center One-Stop Shop office in Tumuning. You can call 671-789-1265 or 686-2227 for more info. We here at KUAM are also holding the KUAM Care Force Annual Food Drive, collecting items here at our studios in Harmon until Friday, November 25th. All donations will be distributed to the food pantries of the Salvation Army and Catholic Social Services on Giving Tuesday. Finally tonight, your Cold Stone Creamery birthday shoutouts you submitted on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday on November 16 to Isaias Kanata Rosalind, who celebrates birthday number 16 this year. And to our big guy, we love you and wish you many more blessings on your birthday from Dad, Mom, and your brothers. And Jonathan Pacifico Jones, happy first birthday to baby Jonathan Jones. May the Lord bless you with love and joy on your special day. With love, Mommy, Daddy, and your siblings.
And that's our show. Thank you for watching. I'm Nick Delgado. Stay safe and good night.
KUAM News Hotspot is brought to you by
Pacific Points, Do More, Get More, and Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
Hapaday and hello everybody, I'm Jason Salas and we are KUAM. This is the Hotspot. Hopefully my voice decides to join us today. It is the middle of the week and we thank you for tuning in. It is about an hour from lunchtime, so let's get you caught up on everything that's happening on Guam.
The menu, brought to you by King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and Ruby Tuesday Guam, home of the fresh garden bar.
Also, everybody watching on YouTube and Facebook, if you can, just throw into the comments. Let me know where the best hot tea is. I could really use that. Thank you very much. All right, a man with a history of DUI has been arrested again after an auto accident. We'll tell you about that. Nationally, the world population is now at, wait for it, 8 billion people. Basically a fourth of Facebook. Our friend Jess Rosario from the Boka Box joins us for another informative Boka Talk session, and we're going to tell you about All the World's a Stage. UOG Theater is producing I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. That is probably the best name for a play that I've heard in a long, long time. However, we start off with an update from the story we reported on Tuesday night as Guam Homeland Security was evacuated. Our Nick Delgado was in Agani Heights earlier this morning and gets you up to speed.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, the scene unfolding just after 9 o'clock this morning here in Agani Heights. Once again, since 4 o'clock last night, Guam Homeland Security officials, including the emergency dispatchers that are stationed here at this bunker-type building in Agani Heights, forced to evacuate after a foul smell here, again, just late yesterday afternoon. And after the civil support team from the Guam National Guard and the Guam Fire Department hazmat teams combed the building, they said that they tested the air quality, and it all turned back with negative results. But they're back again here today before allowing anyone back into the building. You can see behind me, it's still closed off. No one being let in or outside if you're not one of the first responders here that is actively investigating here at the scene of what this smell is. Now, it's also, of course, the Guam Homeland Security offices here right next door and neighboring the government house, where the governor and the first gentleman stay here, as long as we're executive security and other staff here frequent as well throughout the day and the evening. That area, we're told from officials here at the Guam Fire Department, not affected. Guam Homeland Security officials also confirming with us that that part of the property has not been evacuated. They're so far all said to be safe there, but it may take several hours for the National Guard of Guam Fire hazmat units to again go through this entire building here at Guam Homeland Security, sweep the area before giving the all clear and allowing everyone here back in safely. Again, one person, as we reported on KUAM, was taken to the hospital for observation after experiencing some medical symptoms from that foul smell here. Still a very active situation. You can see right here behind me. We, of course, will keep you updated and have more tonight on Prime Time.
All right, thanks so much, Nick. Great job on that report. In crime news, Bernard Mario is a man with a drunk driving pass, and this week the 58-year-old was arrested yet again, allegedly caught drinking and driving after a crash. At 1:25 on November 14th, police responded to a crash in Oka over in Tamuning where Mario allegedly collided with another car during an unsafe lane change. When officers asked for Mario's license and registration, he allegedly opened his wallet and handed over his credit card. Officers also observed an open box of beer with crumpled cans inside. An open can near the center console also had liquid in it as Mario handed it to them. Officers noted Mario appeared drunk with slurred speech and needed extra support to maintain his balance. He was charged with DUI, possession, and the magistrate's complaint lists 4 closed cases against Mario involving driving under the influence. Well, the United Nations says the population of planet Earth will hit 8 billion people to date. Did you hear that, Pete? 8 billion people. Well, Pete's eyes are as big as the planet itself, with much of the growth coming from developing nations in Africa. Here's the latest.
It's not a small world after all. We now share the planet with 8 billion people, according to the United Nations. At a hospital in Bangladesh, Adil Ahmed is holding his newborn for the first time. His joy is mixed with worry. He says as the population grows, the world's resources are not enough. About 333 million people now live in the United States, making it the world's 3rd most populous country. Nigeria is on track to overtake the U.S. in the coming years as its population soars. But the country already lacks basic services like reliable electricity and public transportation.
The growing population in the country is a cause for concern.
Next year, India is set to dethrone China as the world's most populous country. The UN estimates half of future growth will come from just 8 countries, 5 of which are in Africa. The growth rate is slowing down worldwide, and in some countries, like Russia and Japan, their populations are even shrinking. But when it comes to the next generation, climate experts say it's all about each person's impact on the planet. For instance, Kenya has a population of 55 million people, about 95 times more than Wyoming. But Wyoming emits nearly 4 times more carbon dioxide. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
It's time now for News Bites with what else is happening around the island today. And we start off with GCC's Culinary Intermediate Baking and Pastry student chefs hosting a Thanksgiving pie sale on Wednesday. Each pie is just going to be $12 with pastry chefs baking traditional pumpkin, chocolate, and custard pie. Do you say custard or custard? I've heard it both ways, so I say custard. The event is pre-order only and can be made by texting your name and order to 671-686-2914. That is 671-686-2914. Once again, for pumpkin, chocolate, or custard, depending on where you grew up. Last day to pay and order is Monday, the 21st. Jack in the Box. The franchise operator, the Seattle-based Jack in the Box franchise operator, Pars Group, has acquired the franchise for Jack in the Box restaurants here and in Hawaii from Blue Pacific Management. Pars Group's entry is now marked into the Guam and Hawaii markets. Quote, "We're pleased a strong franchise operator of the Jack in the Box brand will continue the excellent work Blue Pacific Management has done over the years to build our brand and make it part of the local communities," so said Tim Linderman, the SVP and Chief Development Officer. Harvest House makes Christmas special for every foster child locally, and many of these kids come from difficult backgrounds filled with pain and trauma, having never experienced the true joy Christmas can bring. You can help them collect gifts for all 600-plus foster children. For more information, call 300-LIFE. A proclamation signing, and here on Guam, we love those proclamation signings, of recognition of America Recycles Day was recently held to report the island's recycling rate, celebrating the island's recycling achievements, and recognizing the island's stakeholders for efforts placed upon diverting waste from the landfill. America Recycles is celebrated every year on November 15th and is the only nationally recognized day dedicated to promoting and celebrating recycling in the mainland, where again, they have got that crazy, daylight savings thing that you nutty mainlanders do every time like this year. I never understood that. All right, coming up, you know who really understands something? Jess Rosario. He is, of course, the proprietor of Boka Box, and he is joining us for Boka Talks, teaching you how you can eat healthy this holiday season.
Introducing the new Choice Bundles from GTA. Choose from the services you want and save big when you bundle. Fast internet speeds, unlimited mobile data, digital TV that you can stream anywhere, and digital home phone for Guam's most reliable network. The more you choose, the more you save. Over $1,000 a year. And for a limited time, bundle Internet 75 or higher and get a $100 account credit. Visit GTA.net and use our bundle calculator to see how much you can save. GTA, we start with you.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
I'll be back in a sec.
We can't wait forever.
All your nacho fries, please. Can't be mad. We got you nacho fries.
Made with Mexican spices. Made for nacho cheese sauce. Only at Taco Bell.
KUAM News.
winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
All right, welcome to your Hotspot Wednesday. Your kind attention, please. Atenten mizu. We head over to Hagania. We go downtown for Boka Talks, and joining us is the owner, Jess Rosario, as he does each and every week now. Of course, holidays coming up. Lots of stuff you need to know about eating healthier. Take it away, Jess.
Half a day. Welcome back to the Boka Box. We are doing today's segment on the hotspot, and you guys may be wondering why I have all this alcohol here. Well, first reason is I went to the bottle shack and I loaded up for my holiday season. But also, we're going to be talking about nutrient recovery for hangovers. And I know we're going to party this holiday season. I know I'm going to party. I know you guys are going to party. And it's good that we're going to go out and have fun. But too much fun often leads to regret. And I'm talking about strictly hangovers and nothing else. So we'll talk about hangovers today and some tips that I can give you guys that will help you to bounce back from having a hangover, right? So, you know, one of the things that we like to talk about when it comes to hangovers is everybody has their different hangover remedies. I know when I was growing up, my cousins and I and my uncles, we used to drink at my grandma's house, and my grandma always made us eggs at the end of the night. It was kind of like wet, runny eggs with eggs and rice and a little bit of soy sauce. And I never really understood why she always made us eggs. I don't even think she understood what it was doing for us. But it helped with us feeling good the next morning because we had to wake up early and go fishing. But there's something to eggs that helps with hangovers, and I'll get to that. But whatever it is, whatever your hangover remedy is, I'm going to go over some of the things that you should be doing and why you should be doing it when we have a fun night of drinking and partying with our family and friends. Now, let's talk about the reason why we get hungover. The main reason is alcohol is basically a poison, right? What it does in our body is it depletes our body of water, and it rids our body of vitamins and nutrients, especially vitamin B. And so once that's all gone, that leaves us feeling like crap. Because we're dehydrated, more than likely, it's not just because of the alcohol that we're drinking, but the dehydration that comes with that is why we get headaches. There's certain byproducts in the alcohol itself that cause our stomach to get inflamed and cause us to throw up and just feel nauseated and so forth, right? Basically, when you drink alcohol, it's a poison and the body kind of turns on itself. So we need to figure out, okay, what can we do that will help us start to recover and bounce back the next day without spending all day in bed and having a lazy day and just wasting a whole Sunday or wasting a whole Saturday when we can be up doing things with the family or having fun or whatever it is, right? So here's some things to do that will help you to, one, not only have a hangover, but also to recover even if you do have a all night of drinking. Now, the first thing, and this is kind of mind-blowing, but the first way to not have a hangover is to not drink alcohol, right? But that doesn't work with me, and I know it's not going to work with you. I'm going to have fun. So one of the things that you should be doing is planning ahead, right? We need to plan ahead. We know we're going to drink. Never drink on an empty stomach. There's some research that has been shown that drinking on an empty stomach actually increases the likelihood that you're going to get hungover and increases the symptoms of a hangover. Whereas when you eat before you start drinking, look at drinking or look at eating fattier foods, but also foods that are high in fiber. So, you know, of course, we're going to eat like whole grain wheat products. We're going to eat proteins. We're going to eat our vegetables. Always got to eat your vegetables. But we're going to look at things that can help our body kind of absorb the alcohol as it's being broken down and kind of slow down the breakdown of alcohol so that we don't really get hungover the next day, right? But here are some tips to help prevent a hangover. Some of the things that I do, and then we'll get into the foods that are good for us. I always like to drink water in between every drink or two. And this just makes sure that my body stays hydrated and I'm not peeing all the time, because alcohol is a diuretic. So you're going to pee, you're going to lose water. but make sure you're well hydrated. I like to eat foods that are a little bit saltier before I head out, just so that my body retains some of that water. And always, I know this is a hard one, but drink in moderation. Know your limit. And I know we're going to be having fun and our, balance goes out the window, but try to keep in mind that, you need to always drink in moderation. Now, when we start thinking about foods that we can eat, right? The last thing you want to do, and I know this is a go-to for many of you out there, even for me sometimes, right, is we want to skip the greasy fast foods. Now, it sounds good to us at the time, but it does more harm than good. Our body is already inflamed and it's already turning on itself because we've had a night of drinking, and our body is trying to recover. But as we eat greasy fast food and food that's not good for us, we're just slowing down that recovery process. So try and skip all the bad, unhealthy, greasy fast foods. All the comfort foods that you think would be good for you, try to skip that. Instead, load up on foods that are loaded with vitamins and minerals, things that will replenish the vitamins and minerals that are lost, replenish the water that's lost, and that'll help our body to recover. That's things like basic eating healthy. Like we're going to eat good protein. We're going to eat whole grain products with lots of fiber. We're going to eat, I know you're not going to want to eat vegetables when you're drunk, but if you can, eat fruits or vegetables that contain lots of water, just so that we're putting more water into our body. And that's things like oranges. You can eat melons, strawberries. I don't know if you want to eat celery. Actually, celery would be a good one. Eating celery and carrot sticks and stuff like that while you're drinking some beer. But also eat lots of fruits because it just adds water to your body. And going back to one of the foods that I was eating that my grandmother always gave us was eggs. Eggs has been shown to be a good way, there's no real cure for hangovers, but a good way for you to bounce back from a hangover, because eggs have amino acids in them that kind of counteract the breakdown of a chemical byproduct, right? That alcohol gives us. The eggs provide us with vitamins and minerals that our body is lacking. It's easy on the stomach, so it's not going to get us very inflamed, and it's going to help us bounce back. And that was one thing that I don't think my grandmother really knew, but eggs actually really do help you to not only prevent, but also to recover from a hangover. One of the things I forgot to mention is when you're drinking, look for clear liquids rather than dark liquids, because it contains something in it that anything that is dark, try to stay away from. But always remember, eat healthy. But if you're going to drink responsibly. Never, ever drink and drive, and always try to hydrate as much as possible. This is Jess from the Boka Box. Thank you for joining me on the Hotspot. See you guys next week.
All right, thanks so much, Jess, for that. All right, that graphic, most helpful, really good tips there. Please apply that. I know there are a few people like here on Guam that may want to have a few libations, let's say, during the holidays. So good tips on getting. I don't know about you guys, but I remember like my college days, eating a whole bunch of fruit the day after you. That's kind of difficult, but good to know that it is very, very effective. All right, we continue the celebration as this week we're kicking off bonus giveaways for the participating movie buffs from Tango Theaters. We are giving 3 pairs of tickets to go see Wakanda Forever. If you missed last week's global premiere, we want to send you there. All right, and from a random drawing of correct answers today, also make sure to tune in tomorrow because we will give you tickets to the menu. Here is today's question, and we are literally giving these questions away if you don't know this, all right? Black Panther is a superhero from the MCU. Which one of these heroes is not from the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Is it the Incredible Hulk, Dr. Bruce Banner? Is it Ant-Man? Or is it Wonder Woman? How in the world could you not know this? I mean, when I was growing up, it was the 10 Commandments and it was this. It's like, okay, who's Team DC, who's Team Marvel? Like I said, we want to send you to the movies. All you got to do, email me, jason@KUAM.com, if you want to put the smiling emoji because you nailed it, or DM us at KUAM News on Facebook or Instagram. All right, once again, who is not in the MCU? Is it Dr. Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, Dr. Hank Pym, aka Ant-Man, or Wonder Woman? We want to send you to the movies, so good luck. All right, please stay tuned because when we come back, we are talking to friends from the UOG Theater Company who have another amazing production, and we want you to check that out as well. That's coming up next.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
MTO Maintenance will now completely sanitize your home, office, or business with state-of-the-art commercial sprayers. For over 30 years, MTO Maintenance has been committed to the health and safety of our customers. And now, more than ever, a clean home, office, carpets, and furniture is a necessity to our island. Give us a call today. Stay healthy and stay safe, Guam.
Call 647-6861 for an appointment.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
Mobile offers a new and convenient way to fuel your vehicle. Pay gas and go. No need to line up inside the store. Press preset. Enter whole dollar amount without decimals. Press loyalty ID and enter your mobile number or insert Smiles card. Insert and remove payment card or tap contactless credit card. Begin fueling. And don't forget to grab your receipt. Pay gas and go. It's that easy.
My name is Leonza Selvage, and I have a 4-year-old daughter who goes to lots of learning daycare. So with the rising cost of living, it helps tremendously with bills. I don't have to worry about paying for childcare services. Knowing that this program is offered to our people, most especially our children, I think something to definitely be grateful for. I learned about Programan Panilan from the mayor's offices here, and my initial reaction to the program, I was actually in disbelief that this program offered free childcare services to our people. I wanted to give my mom a break for a little bit, so when I found out about the program, I jumped right on it. I was relieved because childcare at no cost. I'm thankful for this program because I don't have to worry about an extra set of bills coming my way. I'm grateful to the governor, the lieutenant governor, everyone behind the scenes that made this happen.
Need help paying for childcare? Guam families can receive financial support through Programan Pinilan. Learn more and apply at guamchildcare.com.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month. Plus, a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Subscribe to our KUAM News Digest, our weekly email newsletter with all kinds of information straight to your inbox. Just subscribe and we'll make sure to keep you informed and entertained with news from the KUAM News team, what to watch on NBC and CBS, and the latest promotions from KUAM Communications. Go to KUAM.com, click on the newsletter tab at the top of the homepage, register, and you're all set. Brought to you by Uno Go, Guam On Demand.
All right, welcome back to the Hotspot. Our friends at the University of Guam Theater are proudly presenting its upcoming production of, get this, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. I want to say my prom date may have uttered those words to me like way back in the day and everything, but you know, that is beyond the point of this interview. And this musical comedy review is equal parts hysterical and touching, tackling the trials and tribulations of modern love, from first date meetups and late night texting, yee, saucy, to slow dances after years together. We have Kayla and Troy here, and we are talking about this. Hafa guys.
Hafa. Welcome,
Kayla. Good to see a fellow Triton alum.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay, Troy, maybe contextualize this for us with this play, because obviously it's very, very contemporary, it's very modern, and kids today are using, you know, like apps, mobile services, you know, online stuff for like everything, especially when it comes to dating. Is that a topic that has really been addressed by the theater community like today? I don't think the Bard himself ever covered that, right?
No, the Bard certainly did not. But this production
I missed that part in Romeo and Juliet.
Yes. This production certainly does. It's a 2018 revision of the longest running off-Broadway play of all time. So it's a
Oh, this is Cats.
No, Cats is Broadway.
It is Broadway, that's right.
Off-Broadway, and all off-Broadway means is the amount of seats in the house.
Right. And that's why you're the best at this. You know.
So this show is meant to be in places with like 100 people. It's about relationships. It's about people trying to make connections with each other, right? So it starts from getting ready for your first date. We have a couple of first date scenarios. We have a wedding. We have like a couple trying to be intimate when their kids are doing crazy things.
Oh boy.
We have old people after their loves have passed, right? So it goes through this arc.